Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of It's Full Moon, and I was in the mood. As usual, I'm bringing you 3 piles for a generic card reading, a generic collective card reading for this full moon that's taking place on the 13th of July in Capricorn. So energy that can be quite responsible, but at the same time rewarding, to kind of just start encouraged to take things a bit more seriously with a lot of pragmatism at the same time. Things might be seen in an old-fashioned hard working way, but it's a full moon that might potentially kind of ask you to revise how you've been living your life for the past 2 years or so. And what do you want? What are your ambitions? Where are you heading? If what you've done in the past 2 years is actually coming to fruition, or if not, what can you change? But anyway, of course, this is in general for this full moon in July the 13th in Capricorn. In the meantime, I will do, of course, reading for you as usual. Stay tuned. You just need to select one pile, the one that you feel most connected with, pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3, and head to the video timestamp to see what this full moon might potentially bring you. Thank you very much. Pile number 1, let's see what the cards have got for you. I've shuffled them quite a lot, so I'm just going to start displaying the cards and explaining a bit what things might come to you for this full moon, of course. Okay, so what have we got here? We have got quite a bit of things happening. So there is a bit, I spoke a bit of Capricorn full moon, and for you who have selected pile number 1 here, I do see some sort of a kind of a reclusion, just really sitting and reflecting on where you want to head, and really there's a longing and a strong sense of wanting to be somewhere, wanting to have material things, the desire to actually finally take that big step that you wanted to take and really conquer it and own it. So maybe there will be some news about it. Maybe it is that you will shift towards, to make sure that you get all of this that you desire. But there is definitely this strong willingness to just go for it, which is really, really great to see. So keep hold of that. A few other bits, of course, is that some things might involve investment, or some things might just be, you really want that, but there's some things that you might have to give away, kind of. However, you're still seeing what you want, and you're going for it, and you're communicating hard, and you're really making sure that the entire world knows that you're trying to push things forward. It just seems like you're trying to make things quicker, to happen, and that you will achieve. It does seem that it's a very positive outcome for what you're really grasping here to work on and to have and to hold. And it does seem that the energy is very financial, material here, but it can be something else as well, to you who are reading this, because of course this is a generic card reading, so do take it with a pinch of salt, like I normally say. I'm just going to pull a card for guidance, okay, for you, if there's anything. Okay, so the guidance is that if things don't turn out exactly like you want, for you not to panic, because that means that eventually you will be where you want to be, but maybe with things that you should actually have and people that you should be around with, not the ones that you actually think at the moment that you should have and be with, if that makes any sense. So don't stress if things kind of fall apart, because there's a bigger outcome ready for you and ready to come to your life that's quite positive for you. I'm just going to pull another card as well. Yes, so you will eventually get that stability that you want. Maybe the process won't go as smooth as you want, or whatever it is, but you will eventually get to where you want, or life will give you exactly what you want, but in a different way. Not exactly what you wanted, but what you should have that will kind of match what you wanted, but it's way much more beneficial for you. Not sure if I'm making any sense, but I'm trying to. So this is what the cards have got in store for you for this full moon in Capricorn. So very strong, very grounded, a very let's go for it energy here. I hope you enjoyed the card reading. In case you do want a personalized one, just contact me via my email, my contacts, my where I am in the social media. And yeah, take good care of yourself and enjoy. Have a happy full moon in this month, July, in Capricorn. Thank you very much. Hello to you who have selected pile number 2. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have got in store for you. I've shuffled them quite nicely, so I'm just going to start displaying the cards here. Okay, so let's see what the cards have got in store for you. 1 second. Alrighty, daddy. Make sure that you can see all the cards in the screen. Okay, so you've got the Warrior of the Sword. Okay, so maybe you are trying, maybe what I'm sensing is there's some kind of ideas of potentially going one place or going the other place, or taking this person or the other person's kind of opinion. There seems to be kind of a potential split in ideas, or understanding the good and the bad in things, and just really the idea that you want to focus on the positive, or going towards one of the positions that you believe that are more positive to you. And I do see that coming, to be fair. It's a very strong energy of kind of let's go for it, very responsible as well energy. And it seems like you've got everything kind of opening space for you to lead, for you to go where you need to go, and for you to kind of separate the waters, in the sense that you are aware of the good and the bad, but also that you are that you can balance itself, the rhythm of things flowing, but maybe not flowing super quick, maybe flowing a bit slow, but you're slowly building as well the foundations of what you want. That's how it seems to me. What else is there to say? There seems that there will be a bit of potentially some things that are not as nice for you to know and to see. However, you will overcome that. Maybe news, or maybe people that you know that you don't want to be in the same shoes, and things like that. Potentially, of course, it's a generic card reading, so do take it with a pinch of salt. However, I do see here that it is possible for you to kind of achieve this equilibrium of both sides, and that you are definitely trying to build that communication nicely, trying to restore a balance in a relationship or work, or whatever it might be. You're just trying to restore that balance. I think that's actually the best way to put it. Some guidance for you for this full moon of July the 13th in Capricorn. It's really knowing that you own the power to literally do all of this. So it's only in your hands, right? You know, sometimes people around might not have the same capability of doing that, or they might just, for whatever reason, you know, they focus on something else, but you are focused on this, and you trying to thrive for that balance. It's very important at this point, and that will reflect on others. And it might be that you need to reflect, or to shut down a bit, or to try to preserve a bit more of your energies as well. But it seems like you are holding, you know, you're holding yourself up because you know that that's where your power's at. It's almost as if like you're restoring your own power, you're restoring your own energy, you're restoring your own self, because you are balancing and both sides of the coin, literally. So a lot of balancing here, a lot of really being in your own power, a lot of good things can come from that. Observing the positive and the negative, observing that sometimes things need to be built in a very constructive, slow, but peaceful, harmonious, and very conscious way, really being aware of it, but really owning it, really going for it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for you who have selected pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this generic collective cards reading for the full moon this month. Well, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much. Hello to you who have selected pile number 3. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have got in store for you for this full moon in July 13th in Capricorn. So I've already shuffled them quite a bit. I'm just going to start displaying the cards here, and we head straight away to reading and seeing what the cards have got for you. Okay, so seems to me that this energy is pretty much related more, but potentially with relationships. Okay, so a lot of really feeling that you are trying to communicate, you're trying to build bridges, or or trying to cut bridges with some people that might be good, or better to say burn bridges with the ones that you don't want to be with anymore, but actually create bridges with the people that you want to be close to. Okay, seems that you're very determined on that. Probably like having a more nurtured home environment as well, but at the same time really it's very interesting, this Capricorn energy. It's like really owning it. It's like, I don't give a damn, these are my rules, this is how I'm going to start processing and proceeding from now on. So really the desire for some emotional stability, and really building or burning the bridges that you want, really sieving through the relationships that you want to be in existence in your life, and really being very faithful to that as much as you can. So I do see that a lot happening. You know, if there's something or someone in your life that's not really beneficial for you, or it's actually toxic, so then I see that this is being sieved. Yes. And there's this desire of really being stable in your nurturing place, in your home, in your heart, and really fighting for that, really understanding that that's what you want, that's what you need, and you're really owning it. I'm not sure if this was owned until now, but it seems like it comes from a place of like, whoa, this is either too much or this is too little, and you're just really like very going for it, which is great. So this is pretty much the energy that you've got going on here. Quite a lot of emotions, a lot of depth as well, but it all seems very positive for you. I'm going to pull a card for guidance. I might actually pull one more. Okay, and yes, it is pretty much literally rising from where you were, where the relationships were working or not. It's really rising beyond that, really setting yourself anew in a place where you want to be, surrounded by the people that you want to be surrounded with, or potentially be surrounded with, and really focusing on that. And it's really understanding that you've got your own power, and you've got the power to actually achieve this, because you are the one in control of who's in your life, who's not in your life, as much of course as you can, but you are pretty much at the moment in control of creating that environment that you want for yourself, either with people of blood, or maybe not people of blood, maybe of people that you know, might not be your blood, but you make them your own blood, if that makes any sense. So this is pretty much the energy that I'm sensing to you, and this is the guidance. So please go ahead, sift through the relationships, the people that you want, the people that you don't want. How do you want to restructure your relationships as well. You know, it's sieving, but it's also restructuring. You know, it might be that you're not going to burn you know, the relationship that you got with someone, but it might be that you want to restructure. So you might want to change how you relate to that person and how that person communicates with you and how you communicate with that person, etc., etc. Of course, taking into account what is it that you can control and what is it that you can't. But yeah, a lot of restructures and relationships taking place, most likely, or potentially, because of course this is a generic card reading, if I haven't told you. So do take it with a pinch of salt. For a personalized one, please contact me directly. I hope you enjoyed this full moon card reading for the month of July. And thank you very much. And I will see you in the next full moon card reading. Thank you. Take care.